Snacks. And I don't know about you, but my son is one of those that in the middle of the afternoon or about 5 o'clock at night, I'll ask him what he wants. He's like, I want spaghetti and meatballs. We all know spaghetti and meatballs, that takes days. And to craft and handcraft and create the perfect fresh meatball, we've done it for you. Well, actually, Donatella has done that for you. She is an award-winning, many of you have seen her. She's an Iron Chef judge, so you know she has an incredible palate. But she also won Meatball Madness in New York, not once, but twice. This is a family generational recipe that has been passed down from grandmother to mother on to Donatella Arpaia, who's joining us here today. We are so excited. We also have special pricing, special flex payments, $10 off, and if you get it on auto ship, you will always save the $10 off on the price. Your choice of the 5-pound bag or the 10-pound bag. But what makes your meatballs so incredibly special?
I can't tell you.
No, she really can't. It is family guarded.
It is family guarded. But what makes my meatballs so special is, I mean, whoever grew up, that was blessed to grow up in an Italian home, knows that every Sunday morning they woke up to the smell of meatballs, not to bacon and eggs. And I woke up to my mother slaving away over that oven, starting at like 8 a.m. because it's a whole day process, making the meatballs and the sauce. Yeah. And I have taken that, and it took me about 3 years to get somebody to work with a partner to develop the product that my mother and grandmother made, because besides winning Meatball Madness, besides winning against all those famous other chefs, I had to win the approval of my mom and my grandmother, and they are the toughest critics. Now, these meatballs are 100% hormone, antibiotic-free, USDA choice veal. It is fresh ingredients, garlic, herbs, oregano. I'm going to squeeze them right here, and they are pan fried just like you do. Look at that. Look at this. There's no trickery here. This was taken from the bag, put into the oven, right? And then it comes out after baking for 25 minutes, and look at the juiciness of this meatball. Look at that.
Look at them.
Look at it. Look, squeeze it. Squeeze it.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
It's
look at this.
Fried in small batches, lightly golden fried. Oh. Look at what you normally find in stores for frozen meatballs. Good. Look at these. Look what you normally find. This is what you normally find, and this is my meatball. This is just half of my meatball. And look. Look how gummy, look how hard this little meatball is, and look how juicy this is. And I want to talk about what's in my meatballs. Only fresh ingredients right here. Shallots, garlic, breadcrumbs, eggs, pecorino cheese, Romano cheese, just like Grandma used to make it. And it usually takes about 6 to 7 hours to make these. They're very, very labor intensive. And I've taken all that. Didn't you cook it for your family last night and pretend that it was mine?
I did it 2 days ago.
You did. You pretended that it was mine.
Well,
these are so...
Well, my daughter goes, I want marinara sauce. Well, that's great for the girl. You know, she just wanted marinara sauce. You know what everybody else wants? They want meatballs. Look, so all the men in my family want the meatballs. They want the meat sauce. So it's perfect. I was able to use your marinara sauce and then put the meatballs in them. Yeah. But they are amazing, and it doesn't matter how late somebody comes to you. It tastes like they have been cooking all day long, that they are handmade. It tastes like it's been cooking all day long. Yes. It has a light and fluffy texture. It's not those heavy bombs, okay? It's light and fluffy. It's perfectly seasoned. It's just like you made, and that's why my meatballs sell out all the time. I do recommend auto ship because they sell out and then people want more, and because they're made in small batches, I don't constantly have them being mass produced. These are very, very hard to come by, and they're so versatile. And look how many things that we can make with our meatballs. And we haven't seen these since November. They're just back in stock today. But you can also use these multiple ways. We're going to give you the individual sauces as well. But look at this. If you want to make like a slider, sincerely, you could cut one of these in half and put it inside of a slider. These are huge. These are nice, big, large-sized meatballs that are in there. They're juicy. They taste like you've been cooking them all day long. But as an individual meal, if you want to just have, if you're doing a little more of the high protein, you can add that in. Look at this on the inside of your hoagie. And that's a good-looking hoagie right there. It's true. You better have a nice big mouth to get around that, but it's going to be worth it. You can't find these meatballs. I like it. That's how I like it, just with a little bit of your sauce. Anywhere unless you come to New York City and come eat them at my restaurant, Proven.
in New York City, and they're much more expensive when you come to buy them there. This is the only other place you can find my meatballs. And, you know, the classic spaghetti and meatballs, you just add sauce. You can either eat them plain without the sauce and they're delicious. You bake them for 25 minutes, or you literally can put them frozen into the pan with tomato sauce, and in a half hour, you have your authentic spaghetti and meatballs, and the sauce takes on the flavor of the meat, and it's so good. I wish at home you could taste what's going into my mouth. Taste the juiciness, taste the oregano. I want you to smell the oregano.
And oh my
yes. And now you see, there's oregano in my meatballs. It's all here. There's oregano.
Yes, they don't taste
garlic.
bready. You know how sometimes you get them, they're like kind of...
This is not filling.
And it tastes kind of gummy. It's not
meat.
Like that at all.
It's not gummy. And look at those juices.
Here.
Look at those. Look at those juices. Juices. They're delicious.
Ooh,
I can't tell you. That is everything, all that juiciness. It's very, very hard to find that in a product.
They're juicy, not greasy. I don't want you to mistake the juiciness for any kind of a grease, because it's not that at all.
Not at all.
They taste absolutely wonderful. Now, I do want to let everybody know, we also have the sauces coming up for you. So we have the spicy arrabbiata. Did you spill on yourself?
Of course I did.
Well, good. I wouldn't trust you if you were an Italian chef and making meatballs if you didn't have a few spots.
It's 9 a.m. in the morning. Yes. What can I tell you?
But this is how you create that meal in seconds. When you do get that phone call last second, my kids, for whatever reason, whenever they have a big event, if it's a track meet or if there's a competition in soccer, that's when they really crave that spaghetti. They crave that pasta. They need to have that meal. This is that wonderful, rich meal that is unlike anything else that you've ever had. But it's nice if you just want to have that quick little fix, that quick little snack. I can just place it right here. I put it right into the pan. These are actually fried around the outside, so it holds it in there. Chef Kelly O'Neill McGuire is also joining us here today, so I want everybody to see that. But this is award-winning. This is a family, highly regarded recipe, and you're the only female who has actually ever won twice.
It's true.
Beat out all the big guys up there.
I beat out all the big guys. I enjoyed every moment of it. And with my mom and my grandmother's simple, authentic recipe. And I think I won because when it comes to meatballs, people are looking for grandma. They want their grandma, Italian grandma, and you can't find that anymore because no one's cooking in the kitchen anymore for 5 hours. We don't have time anymore. And I take all that work and I bring that in the moment. When you bite into my meatball, you're gonna think of home, you're gonna think of your memories. If you were Italian growing up in the house, or if you got invited to someone who was Italian's house, this is gonna be it. And you know, I kind of think of meatballs as like the mac and cheese. It's the one item. I haven't found anyone who doesn't like meatballs.
Agreed.
Adults, kids, I mean, I'm chopping up my meatballs right now.
Which is actually a really nice way to do it, too.
And
especially if you needed to go a little further.
Yeah, I'm making, or if you have at the end some crumbled up, I'm making a meatball bolognese. I'm just adding it to arrabbiata sauce. And I'm going to add a little pappardelle in. And look,
who told you that's my absolute favorite meal on the planet? It actually is.
Can I have a plate count?
If I had to choose my final meal,
yes, this
it would
is
be
one of
with
my
pappardelle.
favorite ways to have my meatballs. I basically take pappardelle, I chop my meatballs. Look what a, and it looks like.
Why the spicy arrabbiata?
Well, you know, I add habanero peppers in because a lot of people like a little heat, and I like sauce with heat. And then hold on, I'm just going to add a little whipped ricotta on top and parsley. Boom.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Does it look fancy? Here you go.
I would do it with my fingers, but since there's a fork, I'll wait right here.
And you know what? Everyone thinks I think of meatballs as a winter dish or holiday dish because...
It's so good.
It's good, right? It's so good. But you know what? It's great for spring, too.
Oh, my gosh.
It is. Spring is finally here. I'm from New York, and we've had a cold, long winter. And I have to tell you, I'm breaking out my grill now. I'm grilling all the time. And guess what? Guess what's great on a grill? Meatballs.
Yes.
My meatballs. And they're so easy to assemble. You take a skewer, you add different assorted vegetables. You don't need sauce. The thing about my meatballs, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to add salt. You don't need to add pepper. They are perfectly seasoned. and you can just put them on the grill. Take a bed of salad. It's a little lighter. We don't always want spaghetti with our meatballs. And look how beautiful that is as a summer appetizer for entertaining.
Now, here's the thing. I do want to let you know, because I actually did just run out of mine. I had it actually at the higher price on AutoShip. I'm going to resecure mine at that $89.95.
Yes.
That's $10 off. This is 10 pounds worth of meatballs. And the pricing on that, 4 flex payments, $22.49. You can have it automatically delivered every 20 days. So every 20 days, you can automatically have this, but then you have it on standby. And I've been kind of, upping the protein. This is the perfect way to get something that is going to make you feel like you're cheating. But I never liked meatballs without the sauce.
Yeah.
Until yours.
I'm
telling you.
Well, I think it's a great way
such a huge difference.
taste my meatballs. Absolutely.
And you don't want to be without these. Now, look at this, and let's share with you what 5 pounds. Because you need to see this. Look at how many.
You could really, you could feed 5 pounds. You could feed a family of 4 for a month with my meatballs.
How massive that is?
Yeah, that's another thing. The size. You're getting a very large meatball. So 2 meatballs is like a meal, 1 portion for a person.
Seriously.
And you have to compare what's.
Look at that.
This is one
That's 5 pounds.
This is one of your normal leading selling meatballs out there in the market. Look at the size. Look at the size. This is what you get, and this is what you get for this.
And that's the one that I can only do with my own sauce and put with it. But that's what takes all the time. And how many times do we not have the time? But I'm a working mom. I always feel like I'm not giving my kids enough, because I don't get to be that mom that can stay home and cook all day. I work on Sundays. I work on Saturdays.
I have a secret. I have a Connecticut home, and we get there on Friday nights, and we have meatball night, because I am one of the best-selling customers. I buy my own meatballs on HSN.
Oh, that's so great.
I don't have time to cook them anymore, and they come out better. Look, I'm going to give you another easy recipe.
You can probably do it faster than anyone else
could probably do it faster, but actually, no. Meatballs take a long time.
They do.
They do.
One of the other things that
they take a long time. This is a handmade process using all fresh ingredients. We don't take powdered garlic and put it in. We use fresh garlic, fresh oregano, fresh Parmigiano, fresh pecorino, eggs, and it's a difference you can see and taste. People know fresh ingredients. Fresh quality ingredients. I am an Iron Chef judge. I would never think of putting my name behind a family recipe that I've become very well known for. I'm known as the Meatball Queen. It's not a bad thing.
And she's won that not once, but twice in that New York Meatball Madness, where the best of the best are all made.
I'm going to show you.
What are you making here?
Meatball popovers. The HSN customer has written a lot about this. They love when they saw this recipe. They're great little appetizer. You just take these frozen doughs that you can get anywhere in the store. You
like
thaw
the little croissant one that comes, you normally roll it up or whatever?
That's right.
All right.
Little crescent rolls. You pop it in. You dabble a little sauce. You add a slice of mozzarella cheese.
What a great.
And look how they look. It's that simple. You pop it in the oven for about, what, 15, 20 minutes at 350, and look at them. Aren't they delicious?
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, they're so easy to make, and they're delicious.
Oh, and then just pop it right out.
They're the perfect spring appetizer for spring. Yes, isn't that delicious?
And that would be a nice big appetizer, but it's also something that you can do in advance. These sell out every single time. If you are like me and you're going, gosh, when is she going to be back? I saw them or I tried them. If you've tried them before, we love hearing your personal testimonials. I know we're right here at the end of the presentation, but if you are ordering them, stay in the ordering process. We have them on 4 flex payments. If you're getting the larger size one, that's $10 off. But if you get it on AutoShip, you save $10 off every single time. So every single shipment, you're going to say that they are so well worth it. They're so good. If you are really looking for something, you know who talked me into these was Alice Carone.
Oh, really?
Alice Carone is Italian, for those of you who don't know.
I think she was the first one to try my meatballs.
She was the first one.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. If you are a fan of meatballs, but you can also use these. You can crumble them up if you want to do that.
Quinoa is all the rage right now. I have a bed of arugula, quinoa, and I sliced my mushrooms, and you just add a little garlic lemon vinaigrette, and boom, you have a perfect, healthy summer salad.
Wonderful.
It's delicious.
And if you're feeding a family of 4, you can feed them 5 times on the 5-pound bag.
Yes.
You can feed them 10 times on a 10-pound bag. If it's just the 2 of you, my goodness gracious, double each and every one of those results. This is that meal that, look at everything that we've done around here. They are actually really good individually on their own.
Yeah.
You do not need to have anything else. So an average size, do we have a little average? Oh, there's the average meatball over there. So this is
your average size
what
meatball.
Yours looks like.
This is what mine looks like.
Yeah. Which one do you want to feed your family?
It's a meatball throwdown.
You would have to drown that in sauce.
It's a meatball throwdown. But at the end of the day, it's not about the size, which is important because you're getting value. It's about it is about how it tastes. At the end of the day, as an Iron Chef judge, it's all about the taste. You take one bite and it takes you back to your childhood and back to my childhood with my mom.
So this is a very closely guarded family recipe. Yours today is super juicy, all fresh ingredients. Sincerely, it doesn't need a lick of sauce. It is so good. Now, if you want yours today, it's 093-7...